Hello, 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 hello. Testing 1, 2. We're just going to wait a little bit for the stream to actually kick off. Woo. Let's turn down the volume. I want to make sure that it's actually working. It says that it's live. Okay. I think let's kick things off. What's up, guys? Hopefully maybe a few more people can join in. If not, that's okay. Because we actually just have to finish this, so I figured I'd bring you guys along as I edit. And this is actually something that's going to be delivered, so it's pretty good. Hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. I'll be removing my headphones in a second, but I have them right now just to monitor the audio levels. I'm trying to adjust this one thing at a time. Now, I need to get in the habit of just doing this more often because, why not? I feel like a lot of people don't show their behind the scenes. They try to make it like secret, but whatever. It's all right. Whatever. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we have about 20 photos to go through. No big deal. Just 1 second. I've been finding that every time you update something, you have to verify that it's you, and now there's like, it says 2-step verification, but now that's been turning into like 20-step verification. Go here, do this, double check on a different device. I appreciate the security, but I kind of just want to log in. I don't know. I need to also try to multi-stream so that it goes on Twitch and it goes on YouTube. But one thing at a time. Let's start getting into a habit of doing it, and then we can figure out how to multi-stream while also, running Photoshop and whatnot. Anyway, let's get started. So here we are in Lightroom. And these are the photos that I've already completed, the ones with blue. Why is this one 3 times? Oh no, it's not. It's this. So some of these are, already finished. The thing is, this one was more for fun, but we did end up going with a few, like we found this style. We weren't shooting for it. We just kind of were trying something different. And then this was kind of the original vibe that we were going for. And then we tried adding kind of like this vintage flair, playing with a little bit more dramatic shadows and stuff. So these are more just for, you know, for fun. But yeah, we're just going to do some light retouching on some of these. Shouldn't be too bad. So let's go ahead and start with this. Here we go. So if anyone's on, and if you if you can't really hear, just let me know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mayhem. Okay, I'll try to keep everything in frame for people watching on vertical, but you know, just forgive me if not. So super cool. First thing that I'm going to start doing is using the neural filters. And I think it was colorize. So sometimes it does a pretty good job of finding the skin tone. Sometimes it doesn't. But oh. I kind of have to like isolate the skin and see how I can make it look a little bit more normal. So we just kind of want to remove a little bit of that red cast. It doesn't have to be perfect. We'll fix it at a later. Oh yeah, no, this is terrible. No, the skin looks like dead. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find a part of the skin that we like. Maybe something a little bit darker. I think that's fine. And let's see the color on it that it gives. This is too intense, but if this doesn't work, which I'm starting to think it's not going to, we have a few other methods that we can try. See, soft light's not bad. You. That's not too bad. I'm liking it so far. If we need to, we'll fix it later. We're gonna try to make these angles a little bit sharper. I'm gonna try the traditional method first, and then if not, we're gonna do generative fill. We're gonna keep the feather at 1%. We're gonna invert this. We're gonna do the stamp tool. First, we're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna make sure that everything's set to current and below. Now, I'm not really here to try to teach you guys. I'm just kind of hanging out with you while I edit. But feel free to ask me anything and I'll try to answer it to the best of my knowledge. I'm not, you know, a guru on this. Ooh, let's see. I'm actually just noticed that I can't see what's popping up on chat. Just in case. All right. Anyway. I don't like this. Let's maybe do 2. Now, this is definitely something I would try to get fixed as you're shooting, and you don't need to ever have to do this much retouching. Because it's so oversized, it makes the hand look almost fake. It's very unfortunate. It's funny because I just wrote down tight. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Oh, exactly what I thought. Let's see, remove maybe. That's not too terrible. Yikes. I mean, it's pretty terrible. Let's try it one more way. I have an idea. We're gonna start all the way here. And we're gonna say fitted suit. Let's try that. Who knows? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. What time is it? It's time to hydrate. What are you guys doing? If anybody's out there watching, it's not the worst. I'm thinking maybe something like this, and we'll just fill in this awkward gap right here. I don't know. Let's try to upscale this, see what happens. Anyway, I was saying, what are you guys up to? For this, we're going to do absolutely nothing. We're just going to hit generative fill. We're going to YOLO it. It is what it is. That's awful. All right. Yeah, we're gonna keep this, and it's gonna say it can't. That's perfect. Great. Cool. All right. That was the easy part, because now we're gonna try to do it to the other sleeve. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to type in fitted suit and see what happens. What day is it today? Today's Friday, right? That Wicked movie came out, huh? Who's watching that? I think we might leave this, and we might just make the stripes, remove these stripes. But I mean, not bad. What is this? We don't know what that is, but we will try to remove it. Just a simple heal tool or magic heal. I don't know what this new one's called. What? program error. That's not good. Oh yeah, the remove tool. Whatever. Let's try this one too. It's not perfect, but oh, it's back. Okay, I see. Freaking steady hands McGee over here. I'm hoping it's such a minuscule type of detail that it just doesn't matter. And you know what I'm gonna do? Since these buttons are kind of awesome, I will remove them. Wrong one. Remove them, and then we'll put them back. So on our layers, we're gonna call this buttons. Buttons. And we'll put them kind of right there, which is kind of where they were. Something like that. Let's see if any of our style thingies, whatever these things are called, does the trick. It doesn't seem like it's going to, so we're going to do a layer mask. And we're going to get a black brush. And we're just going to remove. This part doesn't really have to be too perfect. Just the edges, I think it'll start to blend in. Yeah, buddy. Not bad. I can kind of see it right here. That's not bad. I like that. We're going to leave this. All right, now everything's looking way more fit. This is what we started with. Here's where we're at. Not bad. Now, I did have a gold, like a gold leaf thingamabobber. This is a very technical term for an element that we're using. And if I'm not mistaken, I should have labeled it gold. It has come to my attention that this is not the correct one. Okay, let's see. It's definitely in this one. One of these that where the gold earring was in shadow. Okay, so we're just gonna grab the gold, which is here. What? Okay. So we used hue, but we're just gonna layer this over. And this one's actually pretty good, so we don't have to be too perfect on it. sure your layer's on. Still has a lot of that red. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a black and white layer thingy. What does tint do? No, this is fine. We're going to leave it like this. We're going to put this here. And now hue should be way better. Looks too muted, huh? I like linear dodge. I like screen. What was soft light? Okay, so we might go with screen. Let's take a look. That looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now we're gonna fix these mistakes because I said earlier it didn't matter, but I guess it matters. Oh. Well, now I don't even know what they are. What even is that line? Color me confused. So weird, right? Did I? What is that? That's literally how it came in out of camera. Don't you love that? When you can't even tell what's fake or what's real anymore. Okay, we'll use the same one for this. This gold one could have the edges be a little bit golder. Golder? I don't think that's how you say it. I'm noticing the skin one. Okay, cool. So we are going to cheat a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to make a stamp visible layer, and we will do all this. And then we're going to take a break. So these are the Retouch for Me AI like Photoshop panel. It's actually pretty helpful. You'll see what it does. If you don't want to spend a lot of time retouching the same thing, and if it's not, you know, like if you don't need to send it out to a retoucher, because I kind of think that if you're working and like you want to focus on the shoot, you do want to have control over what the image is going to look like, but just you send it out to a retoucher. Why spend all this time worrying about if it's perfect or not? Just send it out. But if you do have to do it yourself, I think the Retouch for Me gets you where you need to go. If you need anything more than that, you can do it manually. And if you don't want to do it manually, then just send it out. So it does come in pretty freaking strong. This is obviously way too much, but eye vessels, boom, great. This one, we're going to tone it down maybe like 20%, maybe even almost nothing. At 10%, 30%, 20%. Yeah, something like that. And you know what? I might even just remove it off of the whites of the eyes. I don't think they need to be that shiny. And I might add some saturation to it later, maybe. So heel, as you can see, it does a pretty good job. It removes a lot of that extra stuff. Some of it doesn't do a good job with, but it's completely fine. That's why we can just go in and help it out a little bit. But again, for the most part, actually, let's use this one. Just again to clean it up just a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect. You know, we're editing kind of al gusto, however you like it. I made a mess of this. I get like performance anxiety, I guess. Like, I know the camera's on me and I'm like freaking out. I'm freaking out, man. So usually for these little things, you can do the object removal tool. And I've been kind of liking it. It does a pretty good job. I'm going to leave these lines. I truly do not care. Let's see what this does. I think we can do better. So what we'll do is I'll do the flow to 10% on the stamp visible, and then we're literally just going to do that. And it does kind of keep the texture. It's bumpy mainly because the light was so harsh and she's wearing like shiny makeup and stuff. So not too bad. I am going to also, now that I'm like seeing it, I am going to clean up these edges. The image is a little stylized, so it's a little bit more forgiving, in my opinion. So I like to go on the inside and then invert the mask. So I usually leave it at 1, we'll invert it, and then put this back at 100. And this will remove some of the little bumps and some of those little hairs. And because we did that feather, just that 1%, the image should look sharp and not unnaturally sharp. So, okay, anyway, so the dodge and burn, it's like a local dodge and burn. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. What? Does that not do it? It's not too strong on it. We're going to do it again. You can kind of tell on this one. So we'll do on and off, on, off. Because it sometimes adds it to other places that you don't want or need, we will remove it from that. Invert the mask, black to delete. Well, this is not what I wanted. Oops. Okay, cool. So skin tone will do its best to fix it, but in this case, because the image has that red light coming through, it's going to make it look wonky, so I'm just going to delete it. Portrait volumes is essentially global dodge and burn, so it's going to make the dark spots darker, the light spots lighter. It's going to find the highlights, and usually comes in a little too strong. As you can tell, like, this is already making your skin look a little too maybe fake. So we might just remove it. Maybe drop this down to 60, drop this down to 70. Now the effect is still there, but boom, you see this, like, whoosh, super intense. Now it's good, but like all things, it's good in moderation. So if you feel like it's coming in too strong, yeah, I kind of like it like that. Awesome. So the photo is pretty much done. What I am going to do is to get that same muted look that we did for the other ones, we're going to load up another one because I want it to match as best as possible. So we're going to load in this one. I'm not going to add the flare to this one for no real reason, just because I feel like it doesn't need it. But I am noticing that now the skin don't match. So we're going to try to fix that this way again. Yeah. And we're gonna potentially just keep this one. Okay, so we did add this matte to it. We're gonna put this over here. We're also gonna move this over. I just feel like it's taking up too much. Now, if you have the shortcut active, which now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I do. We're gonna go to Window, Arrange, and we're gonna go to 2 up vertical. Oh, I do. So it's, what is that? Shift, Option, Command. Sorry, Shift, Option, Control, Option, Shift, Command V. Cool. Control, Option, Shift, Command, and V. And now this puts them side by side vertically. I like to do them the other way. So what we'll do is we'll grab this matte layer and we'll drop it on this one. We'll put it at the top. And we will mess with the colors a little bit to try and get that same... Hey Logan, what's up? What are you up to? So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to match it to the one on the left. One way to do it is with saturation, which is what we shall do. Now you can go and just do that. I have some actions that I use. It's all the same. But we're going to go to color -2. Let's go a little bit. That's obviously too much. And we're going to work our way backwards. That's not too bad. That matte is coming in a little too strong. Good question. This is actually my photo that we're editing. We're editing this to be delivered to a client. It's kind of a portfolio piece with a little bit of for funsies. So some of them are more stylized, and the rest are kind of like her ideas that we just brought to life. And some of these have a little bit of my twist on them. And then these last batch, well, it's just kind of for fun. Anywho, let's go back. So because this matte, I think we're going to put it below the portrait volumes. Maybe even omit it from her altogether. I just want her to be more punchy, but I still want everything to have like a matte effect. And even the color, so we could just add some more contrast. Again, going a little too crazy with it, but I'm kind of liking that. But now, again, I feel like all of these need to go in. Just really want this to punch up a little bit. Nice. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. You know what? Why not? We're here. Let's do it. If we don't like it later, if it looks too cheesy, you live and you learn. We'll put it in a different spot. Ever so slightly different. But the whole point is, you know, it's just, it's a vibe. It's the vibe we're going for. If we regret it later, then we regret it. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling like it's good. I kind of feel like this is good to go. We're going to save it. And then we'll compare it over in Lightroom. If it needs a little bit more punch to it, then we can add that then. If not, let's move on. You know, hats off to the people who stream for hours and hours, because I've been on for what, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. And I feel like you get dehydrated, man. I don't know. Drink up. Drink up, everybody. That's not too bad. I did lose a lot of the highlights, which now that I'm just thinking about, I'm just going to add them. Whatever. We're going to cheese it. So if you ever want to do something like this and just make those highlights pop, just curves layer, pull this all the way where you want it. And then just paint it in, bruh. Actually, I thought for some reason, maybe screen? Was that it? Sometimes it comes out looking good, and sometimes it comes out looking like it's my first time editing, but it's fine. Positive vibes today. There we go. I'm down. Boom. That was bomb. I like it. Like it. I love it. I like it. You see the differences in these by a lot. So let's tweak the gold a little bit lower. And let's go into this one. One second. Okay, very cool. Oops. Understood. Okay. Oh, we did post on this in Lightroom? We did. Despicable. Damn, boy. That matte is hardcore. What's happening right here in the face? Very interesting. So I guess what we're basically just gonna do is desaturate this just a little bit. Whoa. We're gonna select the brightest point and we're going to literally paint it here and see if we can match it. What is it, reds? So it's also a little bit warmer. Oh, 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 that's too crazy. Well, interesting that it's picking up all of the other colors, huh? Oh boy, this is unfortunate. Now that I'm even thinking about it, I kind of like how red it is. Whoops. Like to the point where I might make the other ones more red. I don't hate this. Let's try it. I want the imperfections of the backdrop to come through. So like lighten, soft light is good. Even saturation. So what I might do is I might darken everything a bit. That's literally the opposite of what I want. Let's try it again. So maybe more saturated. Nope. But it is closer to that. If I go up to normal, we're going to lose some detail in the background. And well, I don't like that. We kind of lose that gradient. Okay, so we're going to go back to saturation. And then we're literally just going to mess with this and see what we get. Yeah, kind of. It still comes in a little too orange. And the other one's a little too pink. We're going to leave it for now. Maybe soft light is the way to go, huh? All right, let's try it for this one. We're just going to remove these as well. Which means I'm going to have to do it for this one and hope that we get the same type of result. Quite the opposite. Very interesting. There was a way to color match using curves that I obviously don't know how. But you know what? Maybe we can figure this out. Let's see. Let's see. If I remember correctly, you have to get the value of this. But I don't remember how. this one was going to be redone. What's going to have to happen is this one's going to have to be redone from the start. But to kind of keep things flowing, we're going to skip ahead. So let's go to the next image, which in this case is this one. No, this one's done. Let's see. I think the same thing for this one. We're going to just bring this into Photoshop. This doesn't need much. Aside from just, basic skin retouching. We're going to do a basic round of object removal. Normally it does a good job. If you find that it doesn't, just do the regular healing brush. But I've been getting into a bad habit of using this one. I say bad habit because it doesn't offer the same amount of control as the other one. But you know what? It kind of just works fine. And it's good enough. What kind of music do you guys listen to when you edit? Right now I'm in this like techno-y vibe. I don't even know what it's called. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's bumping in the background. Yes. Sorry. I hit it too many times. I'm impatient. Okay, very cool. So now, see, it does a just good enough job that it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and add these random things in the backdrop. Might just be camera elements, to be honest. We're gonna keep heal, dodge and burn, portrait volume, skin tones, eye vessels, time brilliance. That's pretty good. And I feel like that's gonna get us pretty much there. So we just wait basically for it to do its thing. Again, if you haven't heard of Retouch for me, it's honestly, it's pretty great. Not sponsored, but it could be. I don't know. If you guys want to get it, I think I have an affiliate link somewhere. We got bills to pay, guys. If you guys want to help me out, appreciate it. So sometimes it does take a little bit longer than normal, but I'd say it's taking a little bit too long. I think I have too many things running. Oh, that's not good. Okay, very cool. So let me show you kind of what it does. Let's start with the eyes. That's too much for me. So what we do is eye vessels I usually keep. It's the eye brilliance that we're gonna tone it down by a lot. Maybe 30% is good. And then heal, just make sure that it does a good job. See right here. No bueno. It's not perfect. Just, double check. Sometimes it removes moles. And, it's part of the model, so you probably want to keep them. Skin tone, double check it on wide. That's not bad. And then portrait volumes will add this punchiness to it that I actually really like, but we are going to tone it down. Cool. So we're going to tone it down, way down, maybe 40%. I think that looks pretty. I might just center up the image a little bit. Actually, maybe let's tone it down a little bit further. Oops. I just want to give it a little bit more breathing room. Maybe something like that. Yeah, we'll do generative expand, and typically it does a pretty good job at filling up these spaces. I'm also noticing something in that tiny little corner, like right about here. Yeah, buddy. I guess I actually have to hit generate for it to work. Who knew? So that's not bad. I like this. I like this one the most. Everything's pretty much done. I am gonna do a little bit of liquify just because don't show the overlay. This one, don't show it. We don't need it. Just a little bit. Kind of a better posture. All right, cool. Sweet. Last thing I'm just noticing is these little tiny details right here. So we're gonna push this out. These are easy. It's clean. It looks like how you would want it to look like. It's beautiful. I love it. Let's keep going. So here we're switching up color for just one time. Yeah, these are pretty. No, I guess I like it bright. What I might do is just simply darken everything just by a hair. Yeah. Let's turn this off. Cool. So we're going to do essentially the exact same thing. First, we're going to make a distractions layer. And we're going to get to work. Just using the object removal tool. It does a pretty good job. Again, I like it. If you find that it's not, then just switch to the healing brush. The idea when you're doing retouching on skin is to select smaller points. If you select something too big, it'll just add the color versus the texture. So that's where you'll run into problems. Yikes. So I did a little bit of a drag down here, and maybe it'll do what I just said. But it's fine, we can delete it. A little color bleeding right there. I don't know what will happen if I do this, but let's find out. Will it add color? Oh. See, like, not bad. If you guys are tuning in, please hook me up with a like. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get more into this and just kind of showing more behind the scenes on photo shoots, and of course on editing as well. If you're interested in that sort of content, hook me up. Hook a brother up with a like or share it. It's all appreciated. If not, you know what? If you hate it, hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. Whatever. We out here. We're just trying it, you know? I think it's all right. There's plenty of YouTube to go around. So, question for you guys. Have you been drinking your water today? Everybody out here, with their G Fuel sponsorships. You know what I want a sponsorship from? Mountain Valley? Mountain something. Mountain View Spring Water. It is Mountain Valley. I knew it. Anyway, that's who I want. I want a sponsorship from Mountain Valley Spring Water. And I will drink that on stream every day. Make it happen. Somebody. I also like their sparkling water. It's pretty good. All right. So I am going to keep this one tighter, but I want to know, and I want to see if generative expand can do something about those toes that are cropped off. Anyway, yeah, if anyone watching has a hookup with Mountain Valley, that's who I would like to sponsor any and all videos. Whoa, drink your water. That's the point of this. That's the moral of the story. Let's see. That does not look good. I think we'll just keep it cropped. That's unfortunate. We could technically just reverse the other. It's fine. It's too much effort. We're gonna keep it. It's okay. We're gonna do all this nonsense one more time, and then we're just gonna wait. That's funny. Sounds like I need a refill. Waiter, more water over here, please. No? Oh, that's right. No waiters here. When we finish, I will post the gallery up so that you guys can check it out if you want. But honestly, it's pretty good. This usually just adds some crunchiness to it. And I really like it, but I have a tendency to overdo it, so we're going to tone it back just a little bit. But before we finish, I am going to liquefy this just a bit. And I know, but I don't want to hear it. Just a little bit. We're going to round off the bottom just a little bit. And then, to be honest, that's it. Very cool. Let's go into Lightroom and see what we got so far. We are going to make this blue. I just want to make sure that all of these kind of look like they got the same thing going on. You know what? This one, I like it a lot. It's just, it's too bright, huh? Like the highlights are too, it doesn't look bad. I don't know. What do you think? Oops. We are going to select the background. And we're going to tone down these highlights just a little bit. Oops. Or you know what? Maybe we're going to exaggerate them and we're going to bring everything down. What do we think about that? Huh. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we'll try flattening everything out just a bit. And maybe we'll add a little highlights with the brush. Let's see if this even looks good. We will go to, I think I have one called like Highlight Bloom. I don't really use any of these, to be honest, but whatever, they're here. We're using them now, right? Just to get a little something something going. That's not bad. We'll keep it. Anyway, so now since all of these have a lot of contrast, we're looking at this one. It's looking a little flat. It's looking a little overdone. So let's fix it. We're going to show in Finder. And this one needs to get redone. So maybe we won't finish them all here on stream, but you know what? It's okay. That's what tomorrow's for. Let's see. Okay, very cool. So honestly, I'm just going to add a little bit of contrast to this. And that'll give me back, oops. That'll kind of get me back where I needed to be. We're going to liquefy this just a little bit. Again, I don't want to hear it. It's fine. It's just to really accentuate the shape just a bit. Awesome. This one's done as well. We're moving along. We're almost finished. I'm also going to brighten up this dress just a bit, huh? I wonder if you can do select clothing. Is that a thing? Let's see. Cool. These are all pretty much done. I think for these, we're going to just remove the distractions in the background. But we might be able to do this in Lightroom and get away with it. So let's see. I think honestly, it's just going to be faster if we go over to Photoshop. Honestly, I'm just going to object remove tool. Oops. But I am going to do it on a different layer so it's non-destructive. I don't know why this has been happening. It's like a weird glitch. It'll remove it in a second. The thing is, I see the miscoloring right here. So let's see if this works. We're almost finished. Except, no, we're not. We'll try it one more time. Oh yeah, okay. That's horrible. So when something like this happens, we will YOLO and now if this doesn't work, then we'll just use the heel brush like a regular person. Very cool. One thing you can always, I hate these little things. I don't want to make a selection because since it's out of focus, I don't want to guess the fuzziness for it, but we might have to. Yeah. I'm going to say 6. Okay, not bad. And we'll just generative fill because at this point, very cool. And we'll do the minor tweaks off stream since basically that's all I've been doing. Yeah. These are almost done. In the meantime, while it's doing its thing, this is what we're doing. This is what we're working with. The ones in blue are the final images, but some of them do need a few more tweaks. But it's still pretty sweet. That last one's not supposed to look like that. I think maybe I didn't fix the middle one. But like, check this out, man. These are pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I like them. I'm digging them. They have like a cool little vibe to them. So on this end, we're just removing the distractions, and then off stream, I'll just go in and tweak some of these details. Just because it's getting pretty close to wrapping up tonight. Awesome. Super cool. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting pretty hungry. Very cool. Save it, close it. Let's see what we got. These are almost pretty much, like I said, finished. But blue, 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 blue. Then we need these two. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. If you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure you give me a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If not, you know what? Give me a thumbs down. Why not? It's all the same. But I'm going to try to finish this probably tomorrow. If I do and I get back on the live, then next time we will do swimwear retouching. So probably something like this. So stay tuned if you guys want to check it out. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Adios, muchachos.